This video going to show you the step 2. So in order to work on step 2, so you have to click on the step 2 from the course project. Then you click on the 3 dot from here and the view the instruction for the step 2. And you can take a look at the step 2 asking you to create a web page to manage the technician. So the technician is very similar to the product page, right? You have the same header and the same footer. Also, you list the technician, and you have a link allow you to add a new technician. So the new technician form, the show add form, similar to the product form, but you have to create a separate page. Then you have to view, go back, a link, go back to the technician list, right? So if I were you, I'm going to check my, I log into as TS user to take a look at the database. So databases and use TECH, technical support. Use technical support, unknown database. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Underscore. Yes, and then show tables. Then you select everything from, and you can see you can see the database is similar to the interface listed here, right? So what you need to do is just list everything from the technician table. So open your NetBeans, and you should have a new folder to allow you to create a new, I think a new what? A new technician manager folder. And in your database, you have to have a technician DB. The technician DB gonna have the similar thing like you did for the product. You have to have a get technician, add technician, update technician, delete technician. Very similar to the product, right? So keep that in mind. You should create like a new let me see. You have to have a new. I'm looking for my folder. Let me see. htdoc. We have to go to htdocs, right? Go to htdoc, and you have to have a something called new. Where to new? I need to make new folder. Oh man, not new file. New folder. The new folder called manage technician manager. Technician or technicians? Technician, because the product is a single product. So in this case, you have to have a technician underscore manager, right? So then click on finish. Then you have nothing. Then you need to click create a file. In your technician manager, you should by default have an index.php file, right? So what the index.php file look like, very similar to your product. This is a controller. In other words, you have to get the action based on action list technician, a list per technician, delete technician, show add form for technician, and add a new technician, something like that, right? So very, very similar to the index file of the product manager. If I were you, I'd probably copy everything from here, then modify, right? Then modify it. So which means you can go to here, new PHP file. This should be the index PHP. Do you need to specify PHP? I don't think so, but if you specify, it won't hurt anything, right? Yes. So if I were you, I'm going to have a similar file like that. However, this action is deal with product, right? What I need to do is change the product to something. Every product, all the product, you have to change to technician, right? Technician, and if I were you, I'm gonna do this. Replace technician, not technician, product with technician, right? So you can, yeah, I need to get technicians and the technician list, delete technician code. I need to make sure. Oh, tech ID, I'm sorry. So you have to do similar thing, long story for short, instead of avoid you to type everything. Let me finish my typing and bring the whole code over here. You see, this is the controller for technician, right? If the action equals to, by default, I set the technician to be action to be list technician, similar to your product, right? Similar to your product. By default is list product. And if the action equals to delete technician, I need to call the database delete technician. However, do I have that database yet? No, I only have one product DB. So I need to add another file called this PHP file called technician db.php, right? Technician. And what the technician DB does is the similar like a product, get product for technician, get technicians, add product, add technicians, right? So your file should be something like, again, technician DB file should be something like this. Not like this. I mean, like this. I have a get technician, select everything from technician, which is going to give us a list like this, right? Then we need to have the, we don't have any, you can order by last name, but select everything. You don't need to do the value, bind the value, right? But this one, delete technician, you have to give me the technician ID so I know which one to delete, right? So is that technician ID? Tech ID is not technician ID. I don't know. We can probably need to fix that, right? Oh, tech ID. Tech ID is a column ID. So the variable doesn't matter. You use technician ID, that's fine. But the column name here, you have to use tech ID. That's my hesitate a little bit. This delete. This is add new technician, which is insert into that technician table for all those columns, and the value you have to bind the value like this. But you have to give me, when you add a technician, you have to give me the value like this form. You have to give, this is very easy. I got value based on the method. Is post, I get from post. Get, I can get the value from get, right? So this is this one. And after we have the technician DB, then we need to working on the other page, similar to product manager. We have to have a technician add PHP and also have a technician list PHP. So what I need to do is a new new PHP file we call technician add. PHP, right? And also we need to have a technician list. CIAN. I'm sorry. Not PHP. I need to rename that one. Do we have a rename? Technicians? Yes, TCIAN. Then you need to, similar to this file for product, add product and list product, right? List product is very easy because you already have a function to get. List technician is very simple because you already have a database function to get all technicians, which is the first one. You see the Perl, get technicians. If single, then you have to give me the ID. I work on that specific technician. So you have to keep all this in mind. Make yourself very clear with everything. So the technician at PHP, in order to save your time, should be something like this. Something like this. Technician add. Technician add. Not like this. Should be a form submit to the current directory, which means the index PHP going to be called, going to be processed the action. Then you can specify the action, right? You have add function, add technician. This action is add technician. You have to give that value to the index PHP, which is specified by action equals to the current directory. You know that when you refer to current directory, if you don't specify any file, it's going to call the index.php by default. Then you have to give me the first name, last name, email, phone number, password, all the value, right? Then you have to include the footer header. We already have that footer header, do we? I think we do. Yes, we already have the footer and header based on the student required the starting file. I upload that footer header for you, right? So that means we are almost done for that. Again, also you have to add a link in the default PHP to allow user to access the technician. We already have a product one, so you need to add one to technician. But here you cannot use on a constructor. You have to use like what is that? Technician manager. Go to that folder. Technician. Go to that folder. By default, it will call the index.php. Remember that, right? Technician. You need to check TECHNICIANNICA, technician manager. So you have to understand, if you specify href equals to a folder name, then by default, the Apache HTTP server going to looking for the index.html file or index.php file. In our case, we don't have an index.html file. So index.php file will be called. And this is the controller. Based on the action, it do different action, different task, right? So looks everything is good. We can run this. This time we click on technician and something wrong. I believe, like I mentioned before, if you develop your product, you better use the get method so you can see all the parameters from here. I think by default the code using post, so you cannot see any parameter. So let's go back to the index of technician manager. Technician manager. Yes, I have that. Technician manager. I did assign the default list technician, list technicians. Why? Oh, okay. I don't have a technician list file yet. I don't have a technician file, this file yet. What is this? This is similar to the product. You loop through each technician and properly display them into a table. But don't forget, you have to have a last column is the delete, right? So this is something looks like this. So in other words, you have to create a file similar to the technician list, the product list, similar to product list, but you display technician. You display technician, right? The technicians you got from the technician DB. You see, the technician DB gonna return the technicians, right? So this time it should work. If I run my product from here, beautiful, beautiful. But you don't see the the parameter. So later you can change. Like if you want add technician, yes, the add technician bring that form. Why? Because we go back to the list technician, right? I had a link, technician list. I had a link created from here. You see that? And this action, I use the parameter to pass the action to the default folder, which means you can see this action. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You can, did I brag too much? Oh, okay. You can see the parameter add show form, show this form, which is determined by the index PHP. If your action equals to, let me delete this. So I don't want those bother us, right? You can close that folder. If action equals to show add form, you include that add product. The add product is this form, similar to your add product form, but add technician, right? So everything looks good. So if you add a technician, we need to take a look at the data, what the data looks like. The number is like a tag ID is like a number. We can give it like 10. Can I give it 10? Just choose, right? Name, I just put my name, uh, my email address, my phone number, 859-442-1105. Was that my number? Password? Do I need a password? No, I don't want to give you my bank account password. I use the password, right? Add technician. Yes, you see that built-in is added. And the delete, you're gonna send you're gonna send the parameter action as delete technician. Let's check our code. I want to make sure everybody understand everything, right? The list technician, the delete button, the form, the method is post. So method is post, you cannot see the parameter. Like when you develop your application, you use the get method. Then you're finished, you can change it back to post. So you don't need to, your URL looks very ugly, have a long list of parameter. It's nobody like that, right? So let's save everything, then run it again. Add technician. Oh, I already have it. This time I got 16. Also June. Doesn't matter. The only thing required to be unique is the no. No, this is not code. This is last time. Where is the code? Oh, the code is auto-generated. But last time I don't know. Last time I feel like I gave a code, probably I did something wrong in password. You got an error message. That's beautiful. Why? On line 35 of Technician DB, 35, execute. So we can go back to 35 of your DB, 35. Insert statement, first name, last name, phone number, email, password. Last time I did it, but why this time not working? Let's try to fix this error, right? See what happened. Add technician, first name, last name, email, phone number, password, everything looks good. Why I cannot? Exception? Do we have any exception? I don't think so. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. The 16 already be occupied. Last time, you see, I thought the first field is ID, but actually not. So you cannot use 16, right? You cannot use 16 to, in other word, you have to, but no, it should give me a 17 if I do another heading. Let's try again, right? Let's try again. Go back to your NetBeans and add what we changed the method to be get was no, we changed the delayed to be get, not add. So in other words, we changed this one method to be get. I don't think that's not going to cause any problem. Let's run the product. Technician, I delayed this one. Can I delete? No, delayed also not working. So you are trying to delete it, but it's not working. And also the parameter is not sent from the URL. So which means something is wrong. Let me go back change to be post. I think that's the problem. I need to save all, then run it. I do have this one, then I delete it. Yes, I deleted it. So something probably because I changed. No, I didn't save. Probably something like that. Let's add another one. This time, add the one I supposed to add. No, the first one should be uppercase. Email, use the same email. We don't need to worry about the ID because you don't need to specify ID. I think, yes, we did it, right? So this time everything's worked. So what I want to show you is the method to change to get. If the method to change to be get, save everything. Why don't give me save everything? Save. Not working again. I deleted that already, so I can add new one back. Bill. Same thing. It's still working. Delete, see the parameter. Oh, okay. The get, the code, your code is not taking care of get, so we still need to change it back to post. So that's the reason. Why? I take care of the get. See, if I cannot get the post, I get it from get. I don't know why, but anyway, this is it is working, but I still want to pull that if I change, I did it. When I change it back, I delete it. So I still calling the index.php index because I don't have any file specified underneath that directory, which means the index.php underneath that directory be called, which is this guy, right? And the action equals to delete. I should get the action. Action equal delete. I got that one. So if the action equals to no, action filter e. Let me try one more time. Right? I wanted to approve method equals to get. I want to approve. Why don't give me the save all? Control S anyway. I saved it. So I want to, when I click on delete here, I still send back to the directory, technician manager directory, which is index.php, will be called, then it will handle my delete action. So which means, let's run it, right? Let's run one more time. If not working, then you figure out by yourself. I don't want to delete any other stuff. I want to delete myself. Yeah, I did it. Delete. Not working. So which means the get method not working. The parameter is not passing back to the index.php, which is controller. So because the action is not properly passed back to the controller, so the deletion is failed. Nothing happened. You stayed on this page, but nothing happened, right? But I leave this question to you. Somebody, if you figured out, let me know, and I will let you know if I figured out, right? Thank you for watching.